This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
This is attorney Omid Azari from Azari Law. If you've been injured in an accident and feel like no one is fighting for you, it's time to fight back. Call Azari Law at 888-828-HURT. Just with one call, you can put a proven legal team on your side. Azari Law has been serving the DMV for over 15 years, proudly fighting for our local community. I was born and raised right here in the DMV, and my team is made up of experienced, reputable local attorneys dedicated to fighting for injury victims just like you. Follow us on all social platforms at azari.law. That's AZARI.LAW. Don't wait, don't settle. Fight back with Azari Law. With offices in Maryland, D.C., and Virginia, my team and I are ready to stand up for you. Call 888-828-HURT. That's 888-828-HURT. And let us fight back for you.
From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, don't worry about me, I called ART.
Traffic. Southbound 135 past K96 accident initially blocking two left lanes has now been moved to the right shoulder, but rescue crews have the right lane blocked. Still about 20 to 25 minutes from 235, and delays are pushing back onto K96 passing Hillside Street. Kellogg remains accident-free and up to speed. From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, that's your Odyssey Wichita traffic.
Weather.
Sunny, breezy, and unseasonably warm today. A high of 75 is almost 30 degrees above normal. South winds 10 to 20 and gusty. Cold front will move through the area tonight, so winds will switch to the north, will fall down to 43. Mostly sunny, breezy, and cooler on Tuesday, high 58. Sunny and 56 on Wednesday. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Jake Dunn.
Right now, the Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
But the voters voted. I don't like the process of it. You have every right. If you don't want to vote Bill Belichick, you think he's a cheater, and I'm going to get my pound of flesh here. Okay. If you tell me that, there should be transparency with this. Just tell me. You did or you didn't.
The Dan Patrick Show. Middays from 11 until 2 on 97.5 and 1240 KFH. The Wildcats.
Three wide open again, and it's perfect again.
Hit the courts.
To the rim, lay it good.
Right here.
Yeah. How about these Cats?
Be here every game as the Wildcats pounce the hardwood all season long. On your home for Kansas State Wildcat basketball.
K-State at home hosting Cincinnati. The Wildcats and the Bearcats. Live coverage for K-State basketball. 7 o'clock Wednesday evening right here on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Dude, you gotta hear this.
Go ahead. I think I want to hear this.
Sports Daily is on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. Thanks to Crestview Country Club for being a great supporter of the show. Got out 9 holes yesterday out on the South Course. The absolute perfect golf weather. Maybe for me, even the perfect golf conditions where the roughs aren't very rough. There's a lot going for the leaves aren't on the ground to lose your ball. Only one ball, and there's a lot of balls on the ice, I will say.
Oh man, I was talking to the meteorologist about it, and they were asking me. They're like, "It's probably still frozen over," and I said, "It's the worst feeling in golf. Whenever you're on a course with a lot of people, and you just hear the dunk, 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 and everybody's looking over, and you've got the club in your hand. It's like, yeah, that's my ball. That's my ball in the middle of the pond.
A lot of balls on the ice. I only hit one in the pond yesterday. Only lost one. I shot a 46 through 9 for the first time I've played since I think October.
There you go.
I'm going to take that.
Yeah.
But the absolute picture perfect golf weather. No wind, like 68 degrees. Sun is bright.
Call back to September. Remember, whenever I was saying that's what I was longing for, whenever it was 85, that's what I was talking about.
You're not understanding why it's a problem to wish away the summer.
I know. But that's what I'm talking about. Everybody's coming to me acting like I wanted the negative 2 degrees.
Because of the order of the seasons, when you're gearing up for the end of warm weather, that means inherently that you're getting cold weather faster. So it's not that nobody likes the cold, but like wishing for colder weather means the really colder weather's coming. And that's anywho. Thanks to Crestview, they've got 36 holes wide open right now to get out there and play. Call them, ask them about their memberships. Thank you for your support of the program. Tell them we sent you. All right, KU, Arizona. Real quick on Utah, TJ, before we just lose our minds with the hype of Big Monday tonight, because it's just going to be incredible. I hope. The line hasn't moved from last night, I don't believe, as we sit here to KU's still a 2.5-point home dog, but against Utah, which would, that's as letdowny as a letdown can get, I guess. Letdown opportunity. It wasn't a letdown. They still won by 12 points, but they won by 12 points in a game. Again, they didn't play very good. They had 3 3-pointers in the game. Darren Peterson was pedestrian offensively. Flory Badunga was a freaking monster in that game. But as far as, those kinds of things go, it was fine. I mean, they just needed to get to Arizona, and we needed to see Peterson play, which he did again for the second time now all the way through.
Yep. I think that's the biggest takeaway that you can take from the week. Obviously Utah is, trap gamey, whatever you want to call it. They didn't play super well. I think Utah kind of played up a little bit is more so what you want to peg it up to. But seeing Darren Peterson play 2 games till the final whistle, and Bill Self, Shreus asked him about it. Credit to Shreus, saying, was this a thing? Was it 1, he didn't get him, or 2, did he play through him, or 3, did you not know about him? And he said that, they talked to him and there wasn't cramps in either game. And so that's what you want to hear for people that have talked about it ad nauseum and people that have listened to it about nauseum. That's good news.
Meanwhile, over the weekend, Arizona wins by 37 on Saturday and then comes over. And I am
after Oklahoma State beat BYU.
Yeah. So look, on Peterson, I don't think it's a conspiracy. If he cramps, he's not going to play. He hadn't cramped the last 2 games. That's great news. Hopefully he doesn't tonight. I don't know what else to tell fans other than just cross your fingers that he doesn't get any cramps in the game. KU's going to have to be a lot better. They're probably going to have to be a lot better than they were against Texas Tech and Utah. Now they need Peterson to be Peterson, which he hasn't been the last 2 games as far as, output offensively. Remember last week I said they got to try to keep Tech under 75 and all that. It's going to be the same thing today. They're going to have to try to keep a team that's 5th, nationally in Big 12 play. But even if you take it further, if you go to the, overall outside of the Big 12, Arizona is averaging 89 points a game. You're going to have to try to hold them to 75 or below. They're also a good defensive team. I don't know why we would expect no KU was good offensively against BYU, but BYU is not nearly as good defensively as Arizona.
These Arizona stats.
It's going to have to be another one of those get this game ugly and hold Arizona down as much as you can and try to keep them under 75. And I'll tell you, TJ, the over-under is 150. So that's not even that crazy. They need this game to be defensive oriented.
The Arizona stats on KenPom are jarring to look at how much green there is on here. Like they're the number 2 team in the country on KenPom. This stat, I don't know if you saw this one, 3-pointers attempted per field goals attempted. So basically per capita, how many threes you shoot compared to how many field goals you shoot. They are the third worst team in the country. So they shoot the third least amount of threes in the entire country. Only 26.7% of their shots are three-pointers.
Same with KU, right?
Yeah, let's see what KU is. I'll tell you.
Yeah, they're not that high. They can't be. KU doesn't take a ton of threes.
KU's 36%, so they're 241.
Yeah. So we're looking at teams that are going to try to create offense. I don't know if that helps. I think, honestly, I'll tell you this. I do think it helps Kansas. Kansas's Achilles heel is going to be, like, when did Tech start to give them trouble? When Tech started to shoot the threes well and Bill Self slowed that game way back down. I would say if Arizona is going to be a team that doesn't, and I didn't know that, that's a really good stat. If Arizona is a team that's not going to rely on that, give me Badunga Tiller inside. Like, give me that. I'll take that over a team that has a chance to shoot the lights out on me, because I think KU's right there with anybody in those areas. So, again, strength on strength. We'll see how this plays out, but slow it way down. Don't let Arizona is so fast and big and strong and athletic. Like, can you keep them out of transition? Can you take really good high percentage shots so they don't get a chance to get a board and then run the other way? Like, those will be the kinds of things. Florida Badunga's probably not blocking 7 shots in this game, but all eyes for me on him and Tiller. And how do you just keep them? How do you keep them uncomfortable offensively?
Man, they've got their big guy, Awaka, has the number 1 offensive rebound percentage in the country and number 9 defensive rebound percentage.
Which big guy?
Yeah,
Arizona looked like the Monstars out there.
Yeah, they also have a 7'2" guy that comes off their bench. Yeah, it is. Like, you made the comparison yesterday. Like, this is what, like, that American Houston team was, where it's just like they walk into the roundhouse and it's like, this is a football team.
They look like football players. They look like it looks like Houston did last year.
Exactly.
Except Houston had a couple more. Like, Houston defensively, they look like Houston. Houston funneled the offense through a couple of guys. Arizona's not going to do that. But, like, when you just look at them, you're like, that looks like Houston did. They're bigger and stronger and faster than everybody. And this is where I know we all got hyped about Peterson versus DeBonsa. For the obvious reasons. Peterson has a chance in this environment against that team to do something pretty special tonight.
I know. You want to know? Talking about stats. This was one that people dug up. This was from Kevin Flaherty. KU in the history of Allen Fieldhouse, who just played its 1,000th game the other day, or hosted its 1,000th game the other day, they have never beaten the AP number 1 team in the country in that building.
Buddy Hield, they were 2 as 1-2, right?
Yep. They beat number 2. No, they've never beat number 1. Fun fact: they did beat number 1 in the building before they moved to Allen Fieldhouse. The year before, that number 1 was the Kansas State Wildcats.
Okay,
that's a wild stat.
That is a wild stat. I don't know how much I like KU's chances tonight.
It's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be like BYU level first half.
Yeah, like it's going to have to be. I think it's going to have to be, again, hold Arizona under 75.
Yes,
and have Darren Peterson score 30.
It feels like it's almost written on the wall that it's going to be either A, KU plays absolutely nuclear in the first half, and Arizona makes you just hold on to your butts the entire game.
Yeah,
or
I mean, look,
2, the other way around, and they fall into a hole, and then Darren Peterson and Flory go berserk, and you find a way to get it back to a 5-point game.
KU is at Allen Fieldhouse. They could come out and hit some threes just because they're at home. I mean, that would be handy, right? That you'd love to see it. I never know how to count on that, especially with a team that doesn't really profile that way. So I just like it. To me, it feels like this could be a Peterson, just like he was in the first half against DeBonsa. This could be one of those Peterson moments where it's just like, holy cow, like that guy is able.
That's what it's going to take.
I think so too. Like, I think if you like the KU side tonight, you could probably pair it with a big night from Peterson. Yeah, because I don't know
that's like the council Trey White Jayhawks aren't going to have enough firepower to do it. Like,
right.
And if you've watched Arizona play, like we just said, they won by 40 over the weekend. Like, talk about the level of firepower that KU plays with and the spurts that you see it and you know what we're talking about is just like, oh, these guys are incredible. Like that's what Arizona plays like basically every single game.
Right. And I'm not saying either that I don't think KU can beat Arizona. I might take the KU money line tonight, to be perfectly honest.
I mean, it's not added.
It's
home dogs.
All. It's not that I don't think so, because I think KU at its peak offensively can win a national championship this year.
Correct.
What I'm saying is this is a fascinating test of what can they do against elite level teams when they play the best version of KU defense and just kind of lean into Peterson offensively. If KU hits threes, they're as good, like they're as hard to beat as any team in the country. But in those games where they don't, like if they make 6 threes in this game or whatever, can they get enough out of Peterson with their defense to do something like that in this game? That's kind of what I want to see. I don't know how Tiller and Badunga, they can create some matchup nightmares for 99% of the opposition that they play. I don't know that they do against Arizona. I mean, like that, the things that they do that give most teams in college basketball fits, I'm not sure it's the same thing against Arizona. Melvin Council, you want a spotlight? You want an opportunity to wake up the country to how good you've been? So it'd be a good time for that. I don't know what to expect. I love it. I can't wait for it. I just want to see it be a competitive, awesome, tight, close, fun game. And let's go.
It feels like it's going to be one that like I love doing this exercise, but like when's the last time there was a regular season game that was this big for KU?
And for KU, there's been lots.
There's been lots, but since it's been at least 3 years. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, I think it's different because they've had these kinds of matchups, these kinds of showdowns, and they've even won some of them. But I think there was such little hope in the prospects of the team, like what they could do in March.
But I'm
this
saying, like,
team's prospects in March are sky high.
The last 2 years, especially, like they've played, UConn in the non-con, but they've never played a team like this in mid-February as a top 10 matchup, and like that's what I'm talking about. Like this late in the season amplifies it. So I'm sure that the Grady year had somebody that was this good, but not this good.
I mean, they played one last week against Texas Tech. It just wasn't at Allen Fieldhouse. Texas Tech, what was that, 11-13? Like but Arizona,
one team in the country.
Arizona's a wagon, and you brought it up. They don't play number one teams at Allen Fieldhouse very often. Sometimes because they're the number one team.
Yeah,
I'm ready for it. It's 8 o'clock. We're gonna be tired again tomorrow. God, give me a plate. We'll be right back.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
This is attorney Omid Azari from Azari Law. If you've been injured in an accident and feel like no one is fighting for you, it's time to fight back. Call Azari Law at 888-828-HURT. Just with one call, you can put a proven legal team on your side. Azari Law has been serving the DMV for over 15 years, proudly fighting for our local community. I was born and raised right here in the DMV, and my team is made up of experienced, reputable local attorneys dedicated to fighting for injury victims just like you. Follow us on all social platforms at azari.law. That's AZARI.LAW. Don't wait, don't settle. Fight back with Azari Law. With offices in Maryland, D.C., and Virginia, my team and I are ready to stand up for you. Call 888-828-HURT. That's 888-828-HURT. And let us fight back for you.
As a man, finding a truly great pair of pants can feel impossible. Some wrinkle the moment you sit down. Others look fine but don't travel well, don't move well, or completely lose their shape throughout the day. When you're flying, commuting, or packing light, most pants just aren't built for real life.
That's why there's Jack Archer. JackArcher.com makes the Jet Setter Tech Pant, designed to be the one pair of pants you actually need. Comfortable enough for travel, polished enough for work, and versatile enough for wherever the day takes you. The Jet Setter Tech Pant is wrinkle-free, stain-resistant, and built for all-day comfort. With flexible stretch, customizable fit options, and thousands of 5-star reviews, these are the pants you'll reach for every day.
Jack Archer, ready when you are. For a limited time, get 15% off your first order using code GETJACK at jackarcher.com. Again, that's promo code GETJACK at jackarcher.com for 15% off your first order.
Have you been diagnosed with head or neck cancer? At Kansas City Proton Institute, we're delivering the future of cancer care with state-of-the-art proton therapy right here in KC. Proton therapy means increased precision, reducing side effects like dry mouth, difficulty swallowing, and the loss of taste as compared to conventional radiation. If you've been diagnosed, don't wait. Get your second opinion today and see KC's largest, most experienced proton therapy team. Visit kcpi.com. Kansas City Proton Institute, where you see the best in KC.
We're a few weeks into the new year, and I want to check in. How are those lifestyle resets going? Maybe you're tightening up your exercise routine, finally learning that new skill, or attempting to eat a bit healthier. We all know that starting the year strong is a lot easier and much more delicious when you have the right fuel. That's where Omaha Steaks come in. Stay satisfied, keep your energy up, and fuel your daily routine with premium portion proteins delivered right to your door. Omaha Steaks have been America's original butcher since 1917. We're talking about 5 generations of uncompromising quality, backed by an unconditional 100% money-back guarantee. Their variety is unmatched. From handcrafted USDA-certified tender steaks to gourmet burgers, seafood, and versatile chicken, every steak is perfectly aged to maximize tenderness and hand-cut by master butchers. Let Omaha Steaks deliver high-quality proteins right to your door. Visit omahasteaks.com and get an extra $35 off with promo code T-Bone at checkout. That's OMAHA steaks.com. Promo code T-Bone. Terms apply. See site for details.